No, great night for our guys. Finally opened it up offensively a little bit, but again, just very happy that we found some offensive success, and to go along with our defense, I think that's been a hallmark of us early in games, is being able to defend and take away some things. But then we started out tonight, making some huge threes. Jake got us off to a great start. Our guys are really doing a great job, and I think one of the things that was really that stands out to me is just our toughness throughout the entire game, to going up the way that we did, to going down two, and then withstanding that push, and even some to the point where it was tied up at 5:41 in the second half. But our guys showed a great fight tonight, a great togetherness, and I think also what it's pointing out too is that our chemistry is starting to come together a little bit as well, against a very good Albany team. They have a really good guard play, and so do we, and it was a tough matchup for us. We knew that coming in, but just really give credit to our guys for how hard they played and stayed together, and ultimately getting this win tonight. So we talked to our guys. This is a tournament, so we want to try to win a tournament. That's our focus here, and it was great for them to get, and us to get that first win under our new team's belt the other night, and to cap off our home part of this Belfast Classic with the home win before we take off to Ireland. Yeah, it definitely helps us, and for him, I don't think it's necessarily as much of a struggle from the last games as much as him finding that opening, to get some looks. So for him to get off to the start the way he did was really a great lift for our team. And then I think what it opens up as well is just opens up some lanes for guys like Darius, for Carson, even Dre, to find some more room to work. And then, our playbook, we can open it up a little bit more as well. So I'm happy for him because he's a diligent worker. He's constantly in the gym, constantly watching film and trying to find ways to help him get better and to improve and help us win. So I'm really happy for Jake and the start that he got off to tonight.
I knew I was due for a game like this, and I wasn't, kind of surprised when it happened. But, I just definitely credit my teammates for finding me. And like I just said at the radio, it's a lot more fun to have a successful game like that when you can celebrate it with your teammates, and your teammates are just as happy for you as you are. That's the best part of it. Whether I scored 23 or 2, whatever, I'm helping Milwaukee win, and that's the biggest thing. So it was a fun night, but more from the aspect of celebrating with my teammates the plays I was making, and seeing them just as happy as I am, because that says a lot about our team and our culture, and who we are. But it was a fun night, but. It wasn't just my shooting too. I mean, that was just one part of the game. We all stepped up, and defensively, we stepped on their throat, and we really, played well enough to win. I hit shots, but the game was much more than that.
Well, I think all of his, plays, like he talked about, was really big, and for DeAndre as well. I think we talked about in our huddle at a certain point that now's the time that your toughness really, comes forward and stands out a little bit. And so I think all of our guys collectively became extremely tough in the moment. And I always tell our guys to throw themselves more into the game. And all of our guys did that. Jake certainly did that. And Dre, was certainly aggressive, at times as well. And we need everybody from that standpoint to be aggressive, and that's what we talk about all the time is when you find your play and it's there to make it, you have to be aggressive and make that play. And certainly, Dre and Jake certainly made enough of them tonight. No, it's big. I mean, obviously the way the game is called now by referees and how they're trying to safeguard all of our players in college basketball, some of those things you take for granted how big they are. But to be able to, whether it's stemming a tide, we didn't get an and one on that play. We had to go make 2 free throws. But so Dre, hit those 2 free throws, and then we come down and make again. And, that's a huge momentum swing. And certainly whatever the score was at that point, it certainly helps us to get a little bit of a breathing room to now continue to try to lock down defensively and get stops. But that's certainly definitely huge for our team to be able to capitalize on stuff like that.
Coach Baldwin brought me in, and he was really kind of direct about, what this deal was going to be, a one-year deal, and the opportunity I was going to have and the kind of guys I was going to be around. Credit to him for recruiting good guys, because, there's high-character guys in the locker room and who make it, fun to be around every day. And they accepted me, too, and voted me a captain. And so yeah, it's been a good transition. I think just kind of where I am in life too has kind of helped out a little bit too. Like I'm more mature. I've grown from my previous experiences. But yeah, this is going to be the best one yet. That's what I'm striving for, and that's what I believe. So I'm excited to keep going on this journey with these guys and this coach the rest of the year.
It's fun, but our guys also understand that it's a business trip as well, and fun from the standpoint of we don't get, and maybe some of our guys don't get that opportunity, beyond this. So we want them to really enjoy it and have a lot of fun and enjoy and immerse themselves into the culture of Northern Ireland and Ireland, while we're over there. But it's also going to be one of those trips that you get a chance to play still too. We're playing a very good Buffalo team that obviously everyone knows as an NCAA tournament team. They've had they had some very good wins right now. They beat West Virginia and a host of other teams at this point, and that's a challenge in and of itself. And two very good friends on the opposite bench that I know, and Jim Weitzel and the head coach over there, Nate Oates. They're very good friends of mine. So that's another challenge where you're competing against some of your really close friends. But I love it because we talk about at Milwaukee giving our guys a world-class experience. So our guys will get an opportunity to go to Ireland and enjoy that experience that hopefully they cherish for a lifetime with each other. And then they can talk to their kids or down the line about it, and maybe they would want to come back at some point. But it's going to be fun and exciting and challenging all in the in that same week, but we're really looking forward to it. Bryce just had minor surgery today, and it was just one of those things where it's in and out, and he's going to probably be available for the next game. Obviously it's going to be up to how he feels and to our trainers and doctors that he speaks to. But
surgery went well though.
Yeah, it went really well, and Bryce is a huge key and a huge part of our team. He's a captain as well. Very good leader for us and represents Milwaukee in the finest fashion. So while we wish that he could have been on the floor tonight, to see him on the bench and cheering us on just as if he were playing was really big tonight. And I'm expecting him to be back quickly, even in our, hopefully we can have him available for Buffalo. Well, I think we were more efficient on the defensive end. I think offensively we stayed the same and made some more shots from three, but defensively we talked about taking away the three from them. They made 8 in the first half. Healy and Clark had 7 of their 8. I think, right? And I think that's what we wanted to, or 5 of their 8, and we wanted to take that away from them. So defensively we got a little bit better at the arc. And that's been a staple of what we've been doing defensively, is taking away the three-point shot from teams. So we felt like if we did a better job covering the 3 and making them shoot contested 2s or hard, difficult 3s, then we would be in this game. And ultimately it led to our win because they only went 2 for 12 in the second half. I believe it was a game that he hurt it in, and I think it was down at FIU. And it was a few games before. He continued to play with it, just had a splint and some tape, and Bryce is as tough as they come. And he wanted to play tonight even after the surgery, but he would have been wobbly out there, with the anesthesia. So, but no, we're glad he's back, and everything went well, and we're excited to have him for our next game, hopefully.
We want to score as a team, and if I have open shots, Coach always tells me to take them. So. My role is a shooter and a guy who can space the floor and, help stretch the floor and make open shots. So, and that's what I did tonight. So I mean, I scored, a fair amount. So I guess you could say my role tonight was a scorer, but nothing changed this game than any other game. Some games it's just there, and you got to take advantage of the opportunity, which is what I tried to do tonight.